Hi, this is Megan Rodriguez with the Eagle newspaper. Today is Friday, November 6th, a couple days following the election, and I am joined today with Mr. Jason Cornelius, who is running for College Station Place 1 against the incumbent Mr. Brad Brick. I am kind of talking a little bit today about things since on Tuesday night, the unofficial results showed that Brick was ahead in the race by 6 votes. And so on Tuesday, November 10th, we are going to see who is the winner, and it's all going to be determined by absentee, military, and provisional ballots once they are all counted. So thank you again, Mr. Cornelius, for joining me tonight.
No, I'm happy to be here, and thank you for having me. Yes.
Yes, sir. And so to kind of get started, I know that we talked a bit on Tuesday night right after the results came in. And so now that you've had a little bit more time to kind of digest the results and think about it, I guess, can you open up our conversation today just by telling me about what it's been like to see the race come that close?
It's very exciting for me as a political newcomer, as you mentioned, going up against Dr. Brick, who is an incumbent, to be able to get my thoughts and my feelings and my passion across to the city and the community, and see that I was able to garner that much support to get the race that close has been awesome.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And do you think that there are any factors that may have led to the race between you and Dr. Brick being this close?
I honestly hope that like I mentioned, that I was able to get people to understand where I was coming from. Again, my passion for the city that I've grown up in, my desire for to go continuing forth with that strategic growth that I've been talking about throughout the campaign. I know I've had a lot of people from the business community talking to me because they understand that with my background that I would be a voice for them, but also bringing a different and dynamic background that hadn't been on council before. I think that led me to get to this point. And so, like I said, and I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just been very exciting to see that kind of come to fruition up till election night.
Definitely. And as far as kind of um, looking at what these results mean and things like that, and you've touched on it, but just want to ask a little more explicitly, I guess. Do you think that the closeness says anything about your campaign, Dr. Brick's campaign, the community as a whole, and kind of the way that, since it has such a pretty even split there?
hmm No, I think that there are still those that obviously know Dr. Brick and his time on council, but I think it shows based on some of the other races that there are some people that really felt that I was going to bring a voice that meant more to them, and so I think that's why you're seeing such a close race right now.
Yes, sir. And kind of looking at how you're approaching these days that have come after the election and kind of just waiting for what is going to happen on Tuesday. I guess, how have you approached these past couple days and these upcoming days?
I think I had been with myself and my family and my really close friends as the campaign itself was winding down, getting up to election day. I had found a peace that within myself that I had put my best foot forward. I had done everything that I could throughout the campaign, especially under the constraints of 2020 and doing things a little bit differently because of COVID. But I had gotten to a point to where, I thought I had put my best foot forward and I was going to be at peace with whatever the outcome was. Obviously, I wanted to win. You don't get into something like this without wanting to win, but I had found a peace with whatever the outcome was going to be. I was very anxious, obviously, election night to get to the results and to see what it was, and then to see that it was so close. While it was, I guess, maybe a little frustrating because you want the answers, but like I said, I've been so energized and excited by the fact that I was able to garner that much support and people really were believing in what I was saying. So I haven't been like I've kind of just been taking each day and explaining to people the process of what's going on. I've had a lot of people obviously reaching out, asking, well, what's next? What's going on? And I'm like, kind of like how you introduced us talking right now. Just have to wait for the rest of the votes to be tabulated and we'll go from there. So I've just been kind of again, kind of at the same peace that I found going into election night. I've kind of found that same peace again, kind of waiting for next Tuesday.
Yes, sir. And kind of talking a little bit about recount process, I was able to speak with the Brazos County Elections Administrator, Trudy Hancock, this week, and asking her a bit about kind of what happens if there needs to be a recount. She talked about how that's triggered if there's an exact tie. Otherwise, the person with fewer votes could request a recount, but it would be something that they would have to file for and pay for themselves. And so if you come up behind on Tuesday and if it's within the parameters set forth that allow for a recount, I guess, is that something that you would consider calling for?
I haven't fully gotten to that decision yet. I've been talking with, again, friends and family to see if that's what I would want to do. I guess my first and foremost is to hope that I come out on top and actually win this outright. But then after that, we'll see how things go on Tuesday.
Yes, sir. And kind of looking at both sides of how this could turn out. If you win, what would you say you're most excited about taking on a new role as a council member? And if you lose, I guess, what are your next steps? Do you see yourself seeking a council position again in the future, or kind of putting your efforts in different community engagements?
Well, obviously, if I win, my goal is to be a city servant for our city and community, and to try to be the best councilman that I can be, and that's the entire reason why I got into this race to begin with. If the unfortunate happens and I don't, and things don't go my way, I will definitely take a little time away to kind of regroup, both personally and with my family. But I have again, and I've said this many times, a passion for our city and our community. I'm already involved in a lot of our vital nonprofit organizations here in town. That's not going to stop. I've actually been asked by several people in town, if I don't win, to think about different committees in the city to continue to be involved. So there's a lot of different avenues I can take should things not go my way. But again, my hope is that everything and it works out on Tuesday, and I actually come out the winner.
Absolutely. And that's everything that I wanted to kind of run through today. Is there anything that you wanted to mention or add that I didn't address that you just want to close with?
No, like I said, I appreciate your time and your flexibility. Like I said, it's just been a crazy week just leading after election night itself. But I do appreciate the support of everyone that's been a part of both the my campaign itself, but again, all of the voters in the city that saw fit to put a check mark by my name.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how things turn out on Tuesday and kind of following up with y'all after the final results come in. So thank you
No,
so much.
definitely
And
excited about it. Thank you so much for your time.
no, thank you. And looking forward to talking again soon.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.